second story. So here.
Okay.
Can you sort of see that?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. So this would be the first story. This would be the second story. Oh, first story here. First story here. And then the second story. And then you would have porches off of that.
Mm-hmm.
And so all that would then, you know, you could put a little hat on this. and the same, you know, so even though
This could be a covered area under here if you attach
it's all,
roofs, yeah.
yes, it would be like a breezeway, you know, like in the South in Florida, they have these breezeways, you know, that they're covered, but they're open. You go from the kitchen to the whatever, the other. So, and so then this starts to open out. Now, we would maybe have to push this further down the hill to allow for this water storage and some of the utilities.
Yeah.
And
I'm wondering
then,
if you could build it up a little bit, like have like a tower to put it on, made out of.
Well, we could put the water as part of this structure.
Oh, okay.
Too, to make a, like a belvedere, you know, like a real, you know. But, you know, floor plans and sections.
Okay.
So you should have that at the end of next week. I also looked at your CAD details, you know, you have online, so I've been trying to sort of design the structure to comply somewhat with your standard details.
Okay.
And I don't think we're far off. I think these are, you know, we can do something very nice quickly.
Okay.
Well, that sounds great to me. Ron, I'll call you then next week. Meanwhile, maybe you can contact Tito and let him know we'll be in touch with him soon.
Okay.
And Dario right now is with Sulzer, the surveyor, and we'll have all the information on the soil testing to Ron maybe sometime today.
I mean, to Jonathan.
Right.
To Jonathan.
Just get me some elevations if you can.
Yes, you know, I have the topo. I've been working off of that. So I actually have a site plan, but I just wanted to review it with Frank and Dana before distributing it, and it needs some refinement, you know. So you'll have all that next week. Site plan, sections. You'll have the whole thing.
Okay.
That's wonderful. Okay.
No problem.
Take care, Ron.
No, y
So nice talking
honestamente
to
eso
you
no
again.
puede dar la curva de nivel. Era de uche de construcción porque en la parte de abajo tú no vas a construir. ¿Cómo? Hay que hacer un trabajo ahí de levantamiento tremendo. Sí. Déjame subir con muchacho. Déjame que esté el plano del área.
Along this side of the board. Side issue a little bit is how we protect the outer shell of the ready form if it's subsurface. You know, if we apply for some kind of waterproofing, a cement finish or a membrane finish.
No. You just stucco the whole thing. Just like they used to stuccoing the buildings down there, you do the same thing with this building.
Even below
exactly
grade?
the same.
Even below grade?
Sorry?
In below grade.
I didn't get the last part, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, below grade.
Below grade, it depends on if it's going to be a living space or not. If it's going to be a living space, you have to just protect it with a membrane so water doesn't get in, and that's all you need to do there. But above grade, it's plastered inside and out.
Yeah, right. Okay, that's good. That's great. I understand that. So, All right, well, you know, I think this is a good conversation. I appreciate your time.
Yes.
Oh, no problem.
And, you know, I'll move ahead with revising the design. And, you know, we'll talk to Tito.
Yeah, and also let him know who we were with yesterday. With Felix.
Do you have any elevations yet, or do you know?
Well, the thing is that yesterday the surveyor was there, and he, you know, you know, until, you know, I was sort of working in the dark. I mean, I made a sort of a conceptual schematic drawing, but which some of it still is appropriate. But yesterday the surveyor was at the site with the crew. And he's doing, you know, a whole topographic survey with contour lines and all that. So until I can't do anything until I have that.
Okay.
So I should have that in the next few days, and then I'll get busy.
Is there a question?
To help you get more space within the same confines.
Yes. Well, that's what, you know, when I said earlier that once I have this sort of preliminary design, I will send it to you. And, you know, I work almost totally electronically. Section here, well, these stairs would be, this is the first floor, so this would all change.
Might have to
But
go
this,
in here
this
or
would,
something.
well, we would, yeah. But also the stairs might be part of the landscape, more part of the landscape. And all this was open here. All this was open. The kitchen, all this was open. So, again, what I saw is that, from the beginning, is that this centerpiece, center area was all open, right?
Right.
So now it will be really open. And that maybe this floor and this floor are really, maybe they're on this at the same elevation, but this is maybe slightly sunken. So it's like a terrace you walk down into.
Interesting.
Or maybe it's up. I mean, you know, but let's say more. So then that would lead out into maybe smaller terraces over here. You know, then you start terracing down the hill. I don't think you want to be marching up right through the center of this. I think you really want to come up and follow the contours more gently, so that you come up obliquely along the side of the amphitheater and then to the building. So this section would certainly change, because now we would be building into the hill. So this back would all be buried, most likely, or partially buried. So from the front it might look like a two-story building, but from the back it would be a one-story.
Yeah, sort of.
Structure gets stepped down like this, basically.
Right. And there may even,
And so this would be a retaining wall, this would be a retaining wall. What I was trying to do is minimize the retaining walls here, but so then in the original plan we moved sort of, you know, there were these two wings and it was open on the second floor. You could have that here. You know, you could have, you know, a wing here, let's say, and another wing over here. Okay? And so you could have basically that. These locations are like this. So you could, you know,